So, last session, the avant-garde found themselves heading to Guanistan to find a way to combat the rising power of Zarin after seeing his flying castle and his army of cloud giants. They are now participating in an attack on the city, attempting to stave it off, and, well, are currently in the midst of that combat. It is the top of the initiative order as you all find yourselves still flying over the city of Guanistan. The magic is not faded, and we're going to go ahead and pick up with Mabehi. So,
I have one quick question.
yes.
Again, very sorry that I fell asleep at the end of last session. What's up with the big bird?
Which one?
This
I
one?
think that's Belric's steed.
Yeah, that is his griffin.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I don't remember being right on top of it, and it was freaking me out.
I'm pretty sure it's under you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Belric is off the map currently.
Belric got yeeted.
Yeah.
I remember I had like an amazing idea like 2 days after last week's session, and I don't remember it.
Rip.
But I remember it was like a super good idea for what I should do next time we played.
You'll remember after the combat's over. Watch.
Probably. This is a little reminder. Which Cloud Giant is doing what? Like, who's got concentrations on for spells?
Red and green are still flying. Orange and blue are under the effects of Featherfall.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
and they're 40
green,
feet down. Red and green are on the flying cloud mounts. Red currently has no control over theirs. They would have to try to reach down and pick up the control. And green has full control currently.
And green
Right.
was like the leader of these ones, right?
I think Red
And-
is.
Are all the
Red,
Call
sure.
Lightnings gone, or does someone still have Call Lightning up?
I believe Call Lightning has all but faded.
Cool.
Because it was Red and Green who were focusing on that, and then they had to switch.
Wonderful.
At least the city isn't being destroyed anymore until their bodies fall out of the sky.
Yeah, the stream name today is it's Raining Giants.
Nice. I love that.
So picking up with Mabehi, only one of the giants is in combat, which is Red. So Mabehi is going to target Red. Mabehi already has advantage. So you're in combat. Make sure you're in range. Okay. The 26 does hit.
33.
Ganesh, as this new round begins, you look up towards Red, who is currently just towering over you, and watch as a singular arrow just flies through the air. And from your angle, it looks as if it misses. But then you see a splurt of blood coming from the neck as the giant falls and begins to plummet the many hundreds of feet downwards.
Nice.
That was 4 damage over what it needed to be. Bet he is then going to hide behind the Griffin. And not Seer, because she doesn't want to get punched again.
It was one time.
And act like it hurt. I don't hit that hard.
Yeah. Did 2 whole damage. Ugh.
Faradir, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I get to blue?
Yeah, that's easy for the flying speed, so should be able to.
Cool. I'm gonna go over there. And all my attacks are gonna be non-lethal, by the way. I'm gonna start doing hits. Let me see my runes here. Oh, How hurt do all these guys look, by the way?
They are all fairly injured. Green is bloodied. Blue is looking hurt. And then orange is the strongest looking one currently.
Okay. I'm just gonna activate Haug to get resistance to the bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Just because they keep throwing fucking boulders at us from somewhere. And yeah, I'll just start attacking with my swords. Interesting.
Wow. Yeah, then that one does miss.
Does a 21 hit?
Hits, yes.
Cool. And then third attack. And that's my action, and I use my bonus action. That should be everything for me.
Okay. They are now bloodied.
Nice.
Green on their mount is... It's gonna move up to you, Faradir. So let's see. It flies down with you as to flank with its ally, who is currently under the effects of Featherfall. So on their turn, they will continue to fall. And is going to swing away. Okay, 17 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. Wow. And a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, I'm switching my die as of right now. That was way too low of a roll. I did not enjoy that.
I enjoyed it.
Did you though?
I liked the 17.
You take 21 points of piercing damage as a giant morning star strikes you.
-5, right? Because don't I have a
Yes.
stone Aegis or whatever it is?
Gamesh? I believe you do.
Did you say 23?
21.
21. So 5 damage?
Yep.
Cool.
And then as a bonus action, he, with his mount, Misty steps right there. It's the end of his turn. Orange is going to go. Yeah, they're just going to take some rocks that they have, and they're just going to...
Where are they getting these rocks from?
They already have the rocks. They came up prepared.
Where are they keeping them?
In their
On the
pockets!
clouds! Oh, in their pockets!
How the fuck are they keeping those giant rocks in their pockets, Graham?
What fabric are they wearing?
It's a 30-foot tall giant.
That doesn't
They-
affect the fabric's tensile strength.
Their rocks are huge.
That, again, doesn't affect a fabric's tensile strength.
I feel like their movement should be halved if they're carrying literal tons of rock on them at all times.
God.
Fine.
That is hundreds of
Fine.
pounds
He
of
won't
rock.
throw a rock, but
No, he could-
he's not going to throw a rock. He's going to summon a tornado between Senti, Mebehi, and Seer, and the mount.
Ascent
I need
narrative.
dex
Is that a
saves for all
spell?
of them. No, he just moves the
Okay.
air around them. So I need
Nice.
dex saves from all 3 of you. All 4, because of the mount as well.
Like Kratos in God of War, just fucking pulling boulders out of the ground with no after effects. He'll be on a plate of ice, just pulls a fucking boulder out of the ice.
Listen, there's precedent. I used it in the last session. They have prepared boulders.
What's your prepared spell of the day? Boulder.
Hey, guess what? You all fail.
Sorry guys, but it has
Except
to.
for
It
me,
has
I
to
hate
make. It's gotta make sense.
Also, wait, actually, the giant is, I would assume, like 40 or 50 feet from, 70 feet from you, Senti. Just so you know, the range of this attack is 240 feet.
That's a lot.
Yep. So all but Mebehi are sucked into it. And that means...
Time to take some damage.
Yeah, I need to roll a d4. 0 rounds. Cool. The tornado is an instant use, I guess. So the second the air begins to churn around you and starts slamming you all into each other, it immediately fades away and does a solid.
Alright.
Welcome back.
A solid 38 points of force damage.
Woo! you. I'm at 18 hit points.
And you didn't want a boulder. That's his go. As he falls an additional 40 feet. Actually, no. He goes half speed, right? Feather fall. Fallen creature rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round. Okay, he falls 60 feet.
Good for him.
Yeah, really good for him. End of his turn. It is you, Seer.
Yeah, I don't like being right next to this giant here. If I use a bonus action spell, can I use my action to cast from my wand? I don't remember how that works.
I do not believe you can do that.
Okay. I don't remember. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna use a bonus action spell to, Misty Step.
Okay.
Away from here.
Smart move.
I'm just gonna go here. And then, I'm just gonna cast Firebolt on green. I assume he's with 120 feet of me.
Yeah.
But did you just cast Misty Step?
Yeah, it's a bonus action spell, and Firebolt is a cantrip.
Oh, Firebolt. I thought you said Fireball. I was like, oh.
I don't know Fireball.
The only wizard that doesn't know Fireball.
I don't
Yeah.
need it!
Fair.
I have Magic Missile. I assume that does not hit. Very badly. That's it for my turn.
What are you asking, Senti? About the fungal infestation? I don't think anything has died next to you. Okay.
and
Halo
they're not
spores. There you go.
Oh, I was saying, yeah. And they're not technically humanoid.
That was the other thing. There was a couple things. A creature you can see moves within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there. Yeah, I mean, he moves within 10 feet. Yeah, you can use your reaction.
I guess he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is his specialty. That is, I'm not going to say it, I think. Yeah, that's only a 16. I think your thing is a little higher than that.
Barely.
Hey, barely or not, it worked.
Yeah, that's some damage. Roll it.
Roll that D10.
Okay, nice little 7 damage. Good to see. Okay. And the 14 for the fire bolt, Seer. Which one are you targeting? Is Seer still here?
Yes, sorry.
Which one did you target? Green?
Yes.
That hits.
Oh!
Roll that damage.
Okay, that was 3d10. I don't know if fire damage does anything to these guys. 9 fire damage.
Ish.
That's shit damage.
In theory.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
The amount of times we've left an enemy at 1 hit point.
It's statistically
It happens.
improbable.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
One or two.
So- Every point counts.
It does. Okay, it is Gamesh's turn.
Okay. Blue is 100 feet down, right?
At this point, yeah.
Or was it?
Oh no, sorry.
Orange.
It's orange is 100 feet down. Blue is still 40 feet. They have not fallen on the
Okay.
ground.
Okay. I cannot do non-lethal damage and be useful, so I'll just have to do what I do best. Go there.
Which is kill.
I'll just hit him with a brick and hopefully
Hit
someone
him
else.
with a brick.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Is that considered flanking with Senti?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. And hopefully I bring him down just enough that somebody else can do the old
That hits.
Alright, for 21 points of damage. And I'll quick and spell this. Give him a good old 1-2. Ah!
Damn.
That's a really strong 1-2. So what,
So that's a
33?
wait, no. That's 35, 42.
42.
42.
I
Jesus.
added that way too fast in my head. I definitely got it wrong.
So,
The second I said it, I'm like, that's not right.
honestly, I think you probably added the 7 and the 16 first, got to 23, and
Yeah.
yeah.
That's exactly what I did.
But yep, action and bonus action.
Okay. It is Belric's turn.
Would moving right here, would that be considered flanking with Gamesh?
No, it would not. You'd have to be like right on the opposite side.
Your griffin's on the other side, though.
You could flank with your Griffin.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll do that instead. And I will strike it twice.
Okay.
Non-lethally.
A good distinction.
Oh my.
Oh goodness.
Now, one question. If I use Divine Smite, would that still count as non-lethally?
I'd say yes. It's Divine Smite is enhancing the blade itself. I personally picture. So like you're still using the blade to just cut a little bit less deep and try to not kill them, or using it to conk them in the head, stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
What level are you gonna do it at?
I think I'll just use a second level.
There you go.
Yeesh.
It's 52. Yeah, your first strike, you swing greatly with the night song, and cleave a good chunk into this giant, attempting to merely just knock them out. However, they are not down yet, but they're really hurting.
That's what a second attack is for.
Yep. That hits.
And I'll use a first level Divine Smite on this.
Oh no. Yeah, you take Night Song, pull it out, and immediately swing it back, and are able to, as it's heading straight for the face of this large cloud giant, you turn your axe just slightly enough and just conk him right in the face, sending him spiraling backwards, unconscious. He does fall unconscious, and
Oh.
I need an even, someone even or odds.
Even.
Evens. Evens is fall. Okay. And as you hit him with the dull end of your axe, just smacking him right in the face, you see the light go out of his eyes as he just falls backwards. And then right between Belric and Gamesh, there's a whoosh sound as wind rushes past you as a giant goes into freefall.
Saving these guys isn't going to be that easy.
He's turning into a missile.
Yeah, kinetic missile. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's the end of your go, Belric. I believe that's all your movement.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. It is Blue's go. Blue immediately follows their speed 60 feet. As of the Featherfall spell. And Blue is gonna center a tornado, catching Gamesh, Belric, Senti, Mebehi, and your mount. I need dex saves from all.
I thought you were gonna say your mom, and I was really confused.
I need dexation from your mom.
What is your mom's dex save, please?
Do I need to make a dex save?
No, you are not in it. It's only a 15 foot.
Thank God.
Okay, Mebehi, and I'm assuming the +2 roll is your mount.
Yep.
Your mount saves, as well as Mebehi. Those who save don't take any damage whatsoever. Those who failed, which is everyone else, are going to take 25 points of force damage as the kinetic winds of the tornado slam into all of you, pushing you around, knocking you into each other. And that goes,
Is this a spell?
it is not. It is just an ability. They have control over the wind.
You said it's 25.
25, yes.
Okay.
I rolled really poorly for for most of those rolls. That's Blue's go. They can't move. They are just going to continue to fall. For now. It is Senti's go. You can see that a lot of your party members are attempting to, knock them out. However, these giants are in the sky, so it is difficult to not kill them.
mean, I'm doing alright.
Seer is the lowest, I believe.
Yeah.
I am at 18 HP, but that's okay. I'm not dead yet.
Mhm.
Nice.
Heal away. Yeah. Max hit die plus d6 plus 4. Yes, it should be. Plus a d6. Yep. Wow. That is max.
That's a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd say the dragon can attack non-lethally. $16 hits. What's the speed of your dragon? 60 feet. Okay, yeah, it can hit him. Because he fell 60 feet, so he's actively falling, so you have to chase him. 16 hits, roll damage. Okay. Hits. And it's a breath weapon? That is a fail. It's only an 8. A good round for the dragon. Okay. Let's my Behies go. I bet he's gonna fly. Yeah. Closer to Balric. And is going to attack the one that the dragon's next to. With advantage. Actually, you can't hide behind Balric. They flew too far away. Well, flew too far downwards. I bet he will lower and is in the open air. Will still attack them. That hits. No crit. Faradir.
Okay. I guess I'll just keep attacking blue.
Okay. You do fly downwards and strike into blue. Hits. It's... But yeah, that is enough. Are you trying to kill blue?
No, this is all non-lethal.
All non-lethal? Okay. Yeah, you knock blue out as they continue to slowly plummet to the ground. They are not falling like a meteor, like some of them are. And if you go?
Yeah, I'll just start. How much movement speed would I have left?
0.
Okay. Yeah, that's it then.
The giants are falling at 60 feet around if they're feather-falled, so you're falling in tandem with them.
Makes sense.
The final giant. Seeing the situation, they are going to cast... They're going to cancel Featherfall. Well, actually, I don't think they can. It's not concentration, actually. What a situation they have gotten themselves in. You watch as they continue falling. So they fall 60 feet, heading into the cloud layer. You watch as they seem to shift and change, and suddenly seem to be in some sort of misty form.
And was that a spell?
Yes.
Can I counterspell?
I don't think you're within range.
Okay.
They at this point, this is I think their third time falling, so they are down about 100 and what, 20 feet? No, 160 feet down.
They may continue then.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
Yeah, they shift into this cloud-like form. And begin to attempt to stealth into the cloud layer to escape. Okay. Seer?
I can't see them.
If you want to, make a perception check. This would be your action to try to perceive them. They are currently hiding.
I don't know what I would do if I found them. But I'll try. Nope.
Okay. Anything else you would wish to do?
Nope.
Okay. Ganesh. Are you there?
Sorry, I was muted. Everyone is falling. Wait, what happened to Orange?
Orange turned into a misty form in the clouds and is currently very difficult to perceive.
Okay. Red is plummeting, and so is green, right? Well, red is dead. He's dead. Um, green is plummeting.
Green, yes. Green is plummeting, red is dead and plummeting, and then blue is just slowly falling. For the next minute.
I would assume their boulders aren't still around that they used to throw at people.
No. Well, I don't think red used their boulder. But red is thus been falling at a great speed.
Okay. I really don't have much I can do. I'll use. How far has green fallen?
Green at this point, let me look up the rules for falling. Go fast. I'd say we've gone about one round. So I'd say about 100 feet.
All right. Then, if we are trying to save them, maybe banishment? Man, I really don't know what to do. Alright, I'll just cast banishment on green for now.
Can you post a banishment to the chat for a second?
That's now I'm thinking about this. I don't even think that's the right one to use right now either.
Technically, they still roll for this, which is interesting.
Yeah, technically.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a 22.
Oh, well, fails. Alright, well.
Even unconsciously, their physical form refuses to flee from this plane.
Much respect.
It's wild. Also, just so you know, it probably would not have helped, even if it did work, as they would continue falling once they reappeared.
Oh, yeah, no, it was more just
Stop.
time to figure something out until
Okay.
then. But yeah. Well, when that doesn't work, I'll scream, "Faraday! I can't stop him from falling!" And that'll end my turn.
Okay. It is Belleric's turn.
I will try to find orange.
Make a perception check. You look within the cloud layer above the city and can't find orange at all. They, being in this misty form, it's hard to see. You feel, personally, you kind of feel bad that this is what you do to the giants, well, did to the giants earlier in the day. Okay. Anything else? Movement or...
I'll probably move a little bit, but that'll be it for my turn.
Okay. Senti. Heal yourself all the way, okay. Blue is slowly falling. They currently have Featherfall on them, so they only fall 60 feet around.
So how many of these giants are falling to their death?
2 of them are falling to their death. 1 of them is just falling, and most likely will make it to the ground safe and sound and snug as a bug. The other one is getting away somehow.
I forgot I can cast Featherfall. Oh well.
Hey, you could have used it as a reaction.
I could have, but I didn't.
Coulda, woulda, didn't.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
The dragon can probably grab blue, but they're already safely falling. At this point, red is 300 feet down. The green is, following close behind it at this point. So not really, unless you want to grab someone who's already kind of safely falling. That'll be all. Okay, Mebehi will search themselves. Nada. It's Faradir.
Okay, so red is the only one not safely falling.
Red and green. Red is already 300 feet down from where they originally were falling. They're about 200 feet from the ground. Green is... Actually, red is also fully dead. Or bleeding out. They are unconscious. They would be making death saves.
Okay, and green is just knocked out and falling.
Yes.
And how far down are they?
200 feet.
Okay, so
from you at this point, because you had to go down to attack, They're more like 140 feet away from you.
Okay. So I could get, like... I could catch up with them within 2 rounds. But I feel like I couldn't really do much to, like, help them
I mean, you could cradle
before they
them.
hit the ground. Yeah, like, I was like, I don't know if I'm really big enough to dampen any of the fall, any of the impact. I sure could try.
I mean, you can fly and kind of like slow them down. Basically, you could be like Superman, just like
Yeah.
slow them down and then eventually like catch them, I guess.
I'm going to... I mean, I can't catch up with red. It's just literally not possible. But I can catch up with green and at least safely lower them to the ground. So I'm just going to start flying as fast as I can towards green. And use my action to dash. If only I had my boots of speed. I had to give them up for my swords. Yeah, so I'll just dash 120 towards green. And then be like 20 feet away.
Okay.
I don't think I really have any runes that would help. Let's see, Steino. I mean, sure, I'll invoke my Uvar rune in case anyone has to make a roll of some kind. I can just get it back, so that's fine. As I'm, just pencil diving, I'll invoke a rune as bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. A hidden giant moves somewhere within the mists. Seer.
Well, there isn't really a thing I can do. Yeah, I can't think of anything I can do that would aid anyone in this situation. I cannot cast Featherfall. I'm silly.
Oh, you don't have it prepared?
I don't think I have it. I thought I had it on my mandolin, but I don't. So I don't think I have Featherfall.
Oh. That's dangerous. So what you're saying is I need to make you all fall more often.
Well, then I'll just learn Featherfall.
Fair enough.
Benefits of being a wizard.
Are you gonna do anything then?
No, I can't think. I mean,
Could try and just see where the other giant is.
I guess, yeah, you know what? Why not? I'm not doing anything else.
Perception check.
So bad with these. So 14.
You look around and you can't find anything. All you see is the moving storm clouds that cover the city.
Hey guys, I have a question. Should we start, like, descending now?
Probably.
I'm gonna start moving down.
Okay. You move 60 feet downward.
Because I don't think I want to be up here anymore. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Gamesh.
Um,
Also, I believe at this point, green falls an additional 100 feet.
so now he's like 200.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't have anything for this. Sneak attack isn't for that. Oh man. I will. I guess I'll try to find the other one and see how that goes. See if I can get lucky. Nah.
Our perception checks are so bad.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's all I got.
Belric, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'll also we'll look for the missing giant.
Okay.
The Missing Giant sounds like a children's story.
It really does. Yeah, and a children's story that Belric does not remember at this point.
Yep, wasn't a thing in Bastion.
None of us were told stories as children.
And I guess I'll have my Griffin try and fly down to Green and try and grab him whenever he gets close.
Okay, what's the speed of your Griffin? It's
It's 80.
80. Okay. So flying full dash this round. Next round, next round he should be able to make it with 20 feet to spare.
Okay, and I'll start heading down myself.
Okay. Mibehi will triple dash downward, just trying to get close. So that is a total of 180 feet. So Mibehi is really close to the giant now. It is Fairdeer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna dash down and get exactly next to the giant. Can I just, like, grab onto him and try and slow their fall?
So technically it would be a grapple.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Let me just look at, yeah. I'll action surge. We can take a short rest after
Okay.
this.
Make,
I'll action surge to try and grab onto him.
make me the athletics check.
Okay, I think I get advantage on these, and that I always forget about that. Yeah, I have advantage, and I never remember that when I'm in Giant Might.
It's good to know.
That's a terrible roll. Wow.
Yeah, that's a 10. Damn.
I'm at 22 still, and my carrying capacity is bonkers nutso, so...
Yeah, you all you all watch as Fairdeer gets flies down quickly, grabs a hold of the giant's shoulders, and heaves with all of her might. You watch as all of her muscles tense as she takes the full weight of a giant falling at maximum speed and just hooks him and holds him and does not let go. As you have now grappled him. He is no longer falling.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. At this point, it has been long enough that this giant hidden in the mists is thoroughly able to gain distance. And thus, I'm going to say the combat has, at this point, ended.
How far? Roughly.
How far
I mean,
what?
if they're dashing for 3 rounds, that's a lot.
Yeah, probably with 60-foot flying speed. Yeah. Never mind. Let me see.
What are you thinking?
Cause I have distance spell.
It's not so much distance, it's that there's such a thick layer of stormy cloud
Oh, I wouldn't be able to target him. Gotcha.
that you just don't know where they are. There's so much space that this is not a normal battle map. You're in the middle of the sky with hundreds of feet below and above you. There's so much space that they could be at. Every little wisp of cloud could be them at this point. It's just so hard to tell. Like you had a good couple of rounds to find them and you just weren't able to.
Fair.
So with that, end the combat. You all are able to quickly make your way back down to the ground before your own flight spell wear off. The distant sound of the storm still hits, and as you move your way through the cloud itself, that torrential downpour still hits you. Small bits of almost natural thunder begin to eke out, and with natural lightning. But the barrage of lightning bolts striking down on the city has ended. As you descend, you hear a loud as you watch as a singular giant crashes through what looks to be a duplex somewhere within the city, utterly destroying it. A plume of rubble just seems to spray into the air, good 80 feet high. And you immediately see many people go running. You watch as the blue giant, softly flying with similar speed to all of you at this point, softly lands on top of what looks to be some sort of large tavern, this 4-story massive building, and just almost like lays right on its spine on the peak of the roof, and is currently just laid there high up in the air. The one that Faradir has is also safely lowered with her fly speed and set in the middle of the street, where you watch as the contingent of guard immediately begins running. Most of them have been split at this point, going to catch the other giant who crashed into the duplex and get people out of there if there's anyone who survived it. But the rest of them gather around you all as you land.
I'm gonna just make sure that the green is like okay and not like bleeding out. And then I'm gonna run towards red as fast as I can. Towards where they crashed down.
Okay. Yeah, green is unconscious. They don't seem very injured, other than what you all inflicted upon them. And they are heavily snoozing. You hear the windows surrounding you all begin to rattle as a loud snore comes from the sleeping giant. And you take off running.
Yeah, basically I just, when I get there, I want to check and see if they're still alive.
Make a medicine check as you arrive.
Oh boy. Can I give myself advantage with my rune if it's still up? I have it for, like, a little under a minute.
I'd say yeah.
Ooh, and guidance?
Sure, if Senti followed you.
Cool. I don't have a guidance thing on my sheet, but that's fine.
Yeah, honestly, you probably flew over there, by the way.
Ooh, that's not a good roll, but I will add guidance for a 17.
You get to the site. You did not need a 17 to realize that as you step and land in the midst of the duplex, it's very wet, and not just because of the rain, but because the giant fell 500 feet and thus exploded.
Ew.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start kneel down to the closest thing I can find to a head.
Surprisingly, I'd say with your medicine check of 17, you look around, you find like other bits, like you find the lower half of the giant, and it leads you to believe that in the middle of the air, they probably fell face first into the ground.
Okay,
The
Yeah,
head
I'll
was
just-
the first thing to go.
it's fine. I'm just gonna start doing like giant last rites.
Yeah.
And
Like,
Senti
yeah.
being there, Senti can see that Faradir's crying while she does it.
But he kind of peeks around a corner looking at Faradir crying and feels really bad for just full-on murdering a giant. And then Mabehi goes and robs the other two.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Does anyone else do anything?
I feel like she doesn't even need to roll sleight of hand. It's not like they're conscious to capture.
Oh,
Yeah.
the guards are.
That's true. By the way, were the guards weren't like killing the giants, right?
Yeah.
At this
Are
point,
they?
no. Like, I'm assuming you said don't kill them. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that they're still
definitely.
alive is something else. Also, I would say the sleight of hand is not, also for the guards. It's also for Mabehi sneaking 27 gold pieces into Gamesh's pockets.
Oh yeah, Faradir's definitely crying while she's doing the last rites for this guy.
Mabehi cannot hold the gold physically, so
Oh no.
She like stands up to the giant, waves Gamesh over, and just transfers.
Gamesh doesn't even know. Honestly.
Yeah.
With
Fair
a,
enough.
with a 32, there's no way he's figuring it out.
Then how does he know it's her money?
Doesn't.
He doesn't. Maybe
She'll-
she'll just steal it back at some point.
Yup.
Yeah.
She'll get it back later. Gamesh is her bank. All of you are her bank at this point.
She's our bank.
Yeah, I'll work the flower into the last rite ceremony.
Okay.
And then I'm just like fucking covered in giant blood afterwards, which isn't traumatizing at all.
No, for sure not.
The rain does wash it away. As you hear the distant sound of the rolling thunder. In the quietness of this moment, it's quite peaceful as you conduct the giant rite, and eventually, once the tears have thoroughly mixed with the rain, you make your way back to the party and the two surviving giants. You watch as many guards are currently attaching ropes to the one giant on the roof as they attempt to drag him down.
I'll help
should
them.
Should I cast levitate on that thing?
If you do, it would be way simpler.
I'll use my I'll use my instrument of the bards to cast levitate on this giant corpse.
Not corpse, just body. Corpse implies they're dead.
I don't know if they're dead.
And they're unconscious, right? The two.
They are unconscious.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll cast levitate on this unconscious.
They still make a con save, which is so weird. For a second, I thought that was a nat 1.
Well, they're gonna make it. My save is 16.
Yeah, they make it. Do you want to cast it again?
I can't.
Rip.
I'll help the guards.
Okay. Physically, you're able to. It does take a while.
Yeah.
At this point, the city streets are crawling with soldiers and guards, as a good 50 of them are currently on the one giant, tying him up, while the other 50 are helping you take this one down from the roof and also tying him up. You can see your representative here within Guanistan, Rilyanath, kind of steps forward. You all did very good. We'll have to find a place to interrogate them. You helped us greatly, and we'll help you in return. I assure you of this.
All I ask is that you do not harm them in your interrogations.
We'll
It is unlikely they did this of their own will.
And if they did,
If they did, that is unfortunate. But I doubt it.
we will keep them prisoner as long as we can. And should this conflict come to an end, I'm sure they can be freed.
I'll give an appreciative nod.
Come, soldiers! Let's carry them away before they wake. You watch as basically, two different regiments load them up onto makeshift wheeled contraptions and begin just wheeling giants through the cities. And as your first time moving through the city, as the storm was beginning to pick up, you remember seeing no one. It almost felt like the city was empty, deserted. Walking now through the city, every window you pass is fully open as you see elves and other individuals are just watching the parade of these two captured giants through the city.
This must be great for morale.
Seems so. As they are taken through the city, you all are led further inwards, closer and closer to the very central peak of the city. You see the large, mountainous volcanic mountain rising from the earth. A large central circular wall surrounding a tall singular tower. A beacon lighting up the central part of the city. The giants do wake, but are quickly returned into unconsciousness within the hour, and all of you find yourselves being led into what seems to be elements of dungeons below the very seat of power in the city. You are led down and down into a deep chamber. You're quite surprised that the giants are even able to fit in these hallowed halls. But it seems as if the dungeons themselves are almost seem built to house giants in general. Soon, you find yourselves in the lowest section of the dungeons, as the two giants are placed within separate interrogation rooms. Massive metal cufflinks are fixed to them as they are bound and chained, separate from each other. Rilganath once again speaks. They'll be awaking soon. I'm not supposed to do this, but if you all wish to interrogate them first, if you have any questions to ask, I can give you a moment with each.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, I'm gonna hop off. I can't stay awake.
Oh, you're good.
Good night.
Have a
Right.
good night.
Night.
Does anyone wish to interrogate the giants, or are you going to let the city do it?
Yeah, I
We
like
should
to.
probably. What do we want to ask them?
If they're like with Zarin or just there.
I think we should maybe also ask them, like, where does Zarin stay? How many giants guard him at any given time? What
Yeah.
are his plans for the future? Do you know? Any of these answers would be great to have.
Yeah.
How does he organize his troops?
Yeah. So, who wishes to speak?
Do you want to go, Faraday?
Sure. I'm
If you want.
I'm so good at persuasion.
I mean, I'm really good at persuasion. But also, I can cast enhance ability and give you a eagle splinter, so you have advantage on charisma checks.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head this interrogation.
I'll play your backup. I'll back you up
Cool.
with your advantage on charisma checks.
Can you hit me with a bardic inspiration?
I can hit you with a bardic inspiration.
Cool.
I'm just hyping you up before this interrogation.
Nice.
Stop crying, Faraday. You need to look tough.
Definitely.
I'd wipe your tears, but I can't reach that high.
Mood. Alright, yeah. So we'll go in.
I'll just pat your like thigh or something.
Okay. It's just both giants sitting there? Or is
They're
there only
in,
one
they're
of
in
them?
separate rooms, so you can choose which one you want
Okay.
to talk to.
Yeah, I'll just I don't know the difference, so I'll just go to one of them first.
Well, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
While we're choosing which one to talk to, can we kind of inference maybe who might be like higher rank based on what they're wearing? Or would we assume that this
Make an insight check.
Insight. Okay.
Ooh, I get advantage on those.
24.
Ayy.
Both of you, it's not just by what they were wearing, but when you originally saw and began to fight them, the two that seemed to have the most importance set upon them and probably had the higher rank was red and orange, the two that were on those strange cloud mounts, which, by the way, do not work to anyone other than giants. They are completely inert if you would have tried to use them.
What if I tried?
Would you have tried?
I mean, maybe at some point.
Yeah, they're probably
see.
still up there, you know. What are they going to do? Move away?
Yes.
They just turn into real clouds.
Exactly what they would do.
So, the two that were the most important are the two that one died and then one got away. These two are
Cool.
no, definitely not as high rank. They're not cannon fodder. They are skilled. You know, they seem to have an important duty. They just weren't given more power. They are merely guards, if you would.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it doesn't
I'll
matter
just
which one we go to.
yeah, just one of them first. Yeah, so we go in. I'm so good at talking to people, guys.
At this point, the giant has only been awake for but a few moments, about 2 minutes maybe, and thus far has said nothing. Their eyes have opened, and they merely judged the cell that they were in and tested their bindings, which proved substantial.
Are they like totally bound, like can't move at all?
Pretty much. They are. Their wrists are bound, their ankles are bound, their neck is bound to a large steel pole in the center of the room. They are securely bound at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna speak in giant, just because I feel like they might be a little more receptive to that. Hello? I am very there. What is your name?
The giant eyes you coldly as you begin to speak. Junta narin skonta balak. Him saying, "Release me first, and I may tell you."
Unfortunately, I cannot do this. Obvious reasons for why that is. Although I wish I did not have to see you in chains. But, I do have some questions for you that I would appreciate if you answer. Maybe you can get out sooner. So, you work for Zeren, but are you actually allied with him, or are you part of the enslaved giants under his thumb?
Zarin means to bring all of us into enlightenment. Bring us back to the glory days. That's all I wish for.
Can I insight to see if he believes that?
Make an insight check. With a 20, you get the sense that he definitely is a believer in Zarin, in that he wants what Zarin promises to be come true.
Okay. He being brainwashed. So you would go to war with your species so little in numbers for something that is just a promise, it's not a guarantee. You would risk extinction for this? When you could just live in peace?
We already fall to extinction, closer and closer every day. Zaren's the only one fighting for us. This kingdom is dying. The fire giants rise from the earth with their own armies, and we have nothing. Yet under him, we have built an army. We need a place to rally behind, to settle down behind, to stand at.
And the clouds are not enough?
They are paltry sums. I'll grant you this, Zaren is lucky. Born into nobility. Not all of us have that. I grew up in caves and on cliff sides. All I do is to ensure the future generations of us live in the sky again.
You do know that there are giants who are living in the sky in peace already. You could have gone to them.
They aren't strong enough.
Faradir just looks disappointed. Well, yeah, I will not try to change your mind if it has been poisoned by that warmonger. But I will try to ask some questions. How guarded is Zeren?
Very.
While Faradir's doing this, can I... Do I have this?
Do you have detect thoughts?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I do. I would just need to upcast it at 3rd level. Yeah, can I cast Detect Thoughts?
Sure. You just reading surface thoughts, or do you wish to go deep?
I'm gonna use... Before I cast, I'm gonna use my one use and my Bardic Inspiration to basically do unsettling words. So on his next saving throw, he's going to subtract 5. And then I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna try to go deeper with Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Well, what type of unsettling words do you say to him?
Look, I don't know. Oh god, I'm bad with words.
Same, bro.
I don't know. Probably about how everything he's done under Zarin has been in vain because Zarin is a man of empty promises.
Damn. Okay, that works. And
thoughts
you
and try to go deeper.
immediately go deep.
I need him to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 16.
-5, so
Yes.
that's damn. That would be that would actually be a 16, but it is an 11.
Nice. First time I've used unsettling words successfully.
Yeah, that they have a +7 to wisdom saves.
Yeah, so what are they thinking?
As you say what you just said to him, that he's a man of empty promises, you immediately begin to pile through their thoughts and their memories as you get the sense that Zarin isn't full of empty promises. As essentially what you get is a glorified image of a very powerful cloud giant wielding ancestral magical artifacts of the storm giants of ages before.
Okay. And I would like to just keep detect thoughts on this guy as Faraday questions him.
Yeah.
Kind of at this level.
You see images of Zarin feeding this cloud giant, arming him with new weapons, empowering his magics, and promising a homeland to rebuild the ancestral kingdom of the giants along this northern mountain range, promising protection against the flames that rise in the south.
Oh, you precious little fool.
You sweet summer child.
You think. Wow.
You see a internalized image of Guanistan reforged into essentially a Kalos of Dekabal. A massive, thriving, giant fortress settled between two dense, dangerous, and well-defended mountain peaks. If this were to happen, you can see that Zarin has made promises and most likely has plans for the northern section of this valley.
Oh man, we live too close for that. We gotta nip this in the bud. Alright, cool.
I will say, when you see Zarin, you can, see his thoughts, and him seeing Zarin, you see a very tall, noble, dark-haired, proud cloud giant. A singular large gash down the bridge of their nose, stemming off towards the left side, creasing around the mouth up to the jaw, and the bottom of the chin. A massive streak where they have taken some dangerous blow. They wear beautiful, gorgeous, noble attire. And carry a massive greatsword along their back, as well as a beautiful, flapping cloak that seems to crinkle with lightning.
Nice. Nice.
Fair if you wish to continue your interrogation.
What did he think when he said that Zarin is very protective?
What was the question again?
I said, how protected is Zarin?
Seer, you get visions and images of, that same picture of Zarin, but in more wartime attire, full-on plate mail, the massive greatsword in both hands. You see a large, gaudy ring on one finger that seems to like slightly glow blue, and you see an entourage of 4 powerful plate mail wielding cloud giants, all of which seem to make an Arcana check.
Okay, I get advantage on those. $18.
You've been around sorcerers a long time in this campaign, being near to Gamesh. You believe that these 4 bodyguards of Zarin are all sorcerers of some type. They have more innate magical capability than a natural cloud giant seems to. You also see the entire castle. Images of giants coming to and fro. It seems that the castle is filled with different giants. And then there's the army. A conglomeration of different castes. You can see ogres and other smaller giants, some of different types, but mostly cloud giants. And I'd say you get a sense that not all of them are as good of fighters as you would want from an army. But enough of them, being giants, are fighters. You estimate Zarin has approximately a good 40 fighters under him that are, trained cloud giants ready for combat. The rest are not so much.
Okay. What else did we want to ask him?
Probably where he's at, like right now, probably, or at least generally where he is.
And also maybe like his plans, things he's promised to do.
Okay. And where is Zarin now?
Seer, you get images of the castle. Fairdeer, the giant speaks to you. Currently, he's leading his forces. We've been softening up this city for too long. He plans to take it soon.
And what is he planned? What exactly has he promised you from this war?
This is something that Seer's most likely already seen. But the giant speaks. The elves should never have gained this citadel. Granted, they helped us in combat against the dragons, but the storm giants had no right. They divided their own kingdom and then fled into the night, shirking all responsibility. We plan to take the city back and rebuild our giant kingdom. It's either that or slowly fade and be forgot.
I don't know what else. I'm not a good interrogator, guys.
I mean, what other information do we think we can get from him? We've got a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of this is
What what is the patrol around the fortress he keeps? How many giants are up in the sky?
Yeah, Seer, you notice, in his mind, he thinks about a good 6 giants.
Am I supposed to be making intelligence checks for this?
Hmm?
Am I supposed to be making intelligence checks? I think I'm supposed to be making intelligence checks for this.
Doesn't it just work once you cast the spell?
Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
Oh, whoops.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, let me just roll some intelligence.
How many should I roll?
I think you asked 4 questions, so we'll do 4.
Bad start, guys.
I mean,
Let's hope this guy is dumb.
so far, so good. Okay, the last one is the one he beats you at. So he just now frees
Okay.
himself. So this last one, you actually don't get an insight.
Okay, so we don't know there's 6 giants in this guy.
Yeah.
Does he say anything out loud when I ask?
As many as need be.
Okay, well, I think this was, I'll look over it here. Pretty good information, yes?
This is an odd.
Okay, well, I hope that once this is over, you will see that not everything has to be what Zeren has made it out to be. I wouldn't. There are many that will never forget the giants because of all the things they have done for the world. And even if you do die out, history will remember you. Do you want them to remember you as a great species who did so much good? Or who fought themselves to extinction in a pointless war that they could not win? And then I'll leave.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think any.
Yeah, you walk away as the giant just stares you down.
And I'll just leave just like a rock I have that just has like some runes carved in it. That's just like a giant saying of like a greeting, you know. And just leave that on the table for him.
Yeah. You make your way out of the room.
It's like a little rock though. He couldn't kill someone with it.
It's like a human-sized rock, not a
Yeah.
giant-sized rock.
Like a little keepsake rock that you put on your fireplace.
Your passive perception is high enough to hear him mumble to himself. In the end, I hope we don't fade at all. As you step out of the
Interesting.
room, you can see Rillianath nods to you. Was it a worthwhile conversation?
We got much information.
Which I have not shared with the party yet, because I was not speaking aloud in front of that giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty fruitful. Would you like to know what we learned?
Assuredly.
Can the giants hear us right now?
No.
Okay.
But you're behind closed doors now.
So Zarin has 4 bodyguards who are all sorcerers, about 40 trained fighters. He's currently in Castle, and they're planning on trying to take Guanistan soon-ish, supposedly. Yeah, his whole thing is building a giant kingdom, which I'm sure you already knew.
That I did know. The 4 bodyguards is new information. And their full number of soldiers. They are all still giants, and thus it still is I fear a single giant is most likely worth at least 10 of our soldiers.
Do you have 400 soldiers? I don't say that out loud.
Probably more than, yeah, honestly, it's probably more than 10 of the soldiers. It's probably like
20.
a normal. Let me look up town guard.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have asked him if he knows how many giants are actually, like, believing in Zarin.
Guards have 11 hit points. A giant is, yeah.
Like 100 something.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
A giant is worth 26.18 guards.
We'll say that's about 27. We'll just round up.
And D&D, you round down. Make the numbers work
Okay.
for you.
Should we go to
So
the
do you
other
have
giant?
1,040 guards? That's how many this guy would need to fight off the giant. That was how many this guy would need to break even on fighting the giants.
We do have a good number of soldiers. It's the fact that they are still in the mountains. We'll be at a disadvantage attacking up to them.
can't destroy the mountains.
Should we go to the other giant and see if they know if like first if they're on Zaren's side or like under subjugation, and then like see if they know how many giants actually believe in Zaren and how many are just there because they have to be? Because like if we can get there and try and turn the ones that don't like Zaren to our side, we could like cut down his forces a lot.
So many ifs on that, though.
Yeah, but like it'd still be some good information to have.
Yeah. I don't know if I can cast Detect Thoughts again. I'm running out of spell slots, and I don't think we're gonna get a long rest before we're fighting Zaren.
What time of day is it?
Honestly, I think at this point it's probably midday.
Okay. I mean, we could just go in and not cast any spells, and just see if we can get some answers. Do it old-fashioned style. Should we do that?
What was the suggestion?
Should we just like go into the second one and just like not cast any spells, just ask questions and see if we can get answers?
Sure. Hope you're ready to make insight checks.
I totally am.
With Life 360 plus.
Okay, yeah, we'll go in to see the second giant.
Okay.
And I don't recognize either of these giants, right? Like they're not from...
No.
Okay,
You rolled last time. You do not recognize these giants.
okay. Good. I'd like to know where he got the rest of these giants, though.
I mean, the mountains are full of them.
That's true. They're just very good at hiding.
It's a
Okay,
shame, it's
so...
a shame they have to hide.
Yeah. They don't really have to. There's no one, like... As far as I know, no one's actively going after giants. They're kind of just vibing.
Yeah, but they are, slowly fading from the world. They don't have any grand cities or empires. Their power is, greatly lessened.
Extinction happens. It's a natural part of the world.
Yeah, but
I
you would definitely fight it if you were going extinct, right?
I mean, my
What?
first instinct wouldn't be to fight. It would be to, go to whoever's in charge and be like, hey, can we have some land back? Because, you stole it all from us.
Liz,
And,
would accept the fate of my species.
I would also say the Cloud Giants have been asking for their land back from Guanistan for the past 1,000 years.
They could go to other places. They've had other places they've lived, They could go to Kalos and be like, hey, can we live here again? Can we, live in this city we
honestly,
built?
Yeah, I have to admit, what Zaren is doing isn't,
Yeah,
outrageous. The
it's
slavery
just-
is wrong, though.
They could have done a couple more things before going to war, I feel like. Instead of asking the one city repeatedly, maybe go to a different area that Cloud Giants have inhabited before. Maybe go to the king,
Well, technically,
Those resources.
also, the king has an alliance with Guanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you never know. Peace
Gromolian-
talks are always an option.
The Gromolian alliance was set up from day one of the kingdom's history. Guanistan
They
was
sh-
its earliest ally.
They should go to Pale Light.
Yeah, that city's literally, free. Just go in there.
Oh,
No, I meant to get an alliance with Isildur, the king.
I mean, maybe.
No, I hope they don't.
Okay, so the second giant.
Yeah. What questions would you want to ask this giant?
First of all, like if they're with Zarin or just under his control.
They would say very similar effects to the first giant. That, they want to reclaim their what they see as their homeland and solidify their control over the mountains.
All of these giant nationalists.
Yeah.
Maybe we should like talk to the leaders of Guanistan and be like, "Hey guys, can you just fucking give them some land?" You know?
No, they can't!
Why not? They can
Because the giants have been
share.
attacking their city!
Listen, if you give the nationalists what they want, they're going to demand more.
Yeah.
Zarin,
You cannot be centrist about this.
Zarin,
But I want
Listen.
to.
listen, we tried it with Hitler. It did not go well.
That's a good point,
Zarin
actually.
is fantasy Hitler.
He kind of is.
Oh my god.
He kind of is. Where's Alan Turing? We need
We
him.
need to travel back in time and kill Zarin as a baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that an equally, if not more tragic event can happen to write history.
Yeah.
Okay. I would also ask if they know how many giants agree with Zarin and how many are just there because they gotta be.
Make a persuasion check.
And don't forget advantage on that.
Cool.
Or actually, I don't think you have that anymore because I cast Detect Thoughts.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't get anything for... Could this be intimidation?
Let me double
You
check.
asked it more in a questioning manner. Like, how many? Like, would.
Oh man, alright. Let's go for it. Bam. And I'll... Ooh, that's pretty good, but I'll add my Bardic Inspiration, because why not? Actually, did I already... No, I used it on Insight, unless I got another one here.
I don't know if I can retcon that.
Can we retcon that I got another one before we went in?
Sure.
Yay!
My
Ooh,
last
26.
Bardic Inspiration.
I
So,
appreciate it.
you ask this giant how many of the giants with Zarin are truly on his side and how many have just been taken. Not all cloud giants see things the way Zarin does. But they have a duty to their people. Whether they like it or not. We are one people. If we are to succeed, they need to help us. And once we are successful, they can do their own thing once more. Live their lives how they see fit.
Is he saying this in like common?
In giant.
Okay. Good. I'm glad I can't understand what he's saying. I would have words. Not to him, just about what he's saying.
Okay. That's pretty much all I wanted to know.
Mm.
And then when we leave, I'll tell Sierra what he said. So, kind of unclear, but at least some. I guess we return to the party.
Okay. You all gather back together in the dungeons. And you begin to hear sounds coming from behind you. As you all turn, there is a contingent of elves making their way down. You see guards, elven guards you've never seen before. They wear bright, ornamental, beautiful armor, carrying gleaming weapons, and are all surrounding a fairly, by all standards, young elf.
It's not Ty, is it?
For a few moments, you grow worried as you see bright blonde hair, but it quickly fades as the elf's face is slender and vastly different.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. You see one of the guards steps forward, presenting the son of Andronanal Karnaka, Molriara Karnaka, Lord of Guanistan. He takes a few steps back. You see the young elf takes a few steps forward. It's a pleasure to see all of you. I've heard much about the avant-garde. It's truly lovely being in your presence. I heard you helped one of our young commanders to deal with some giant threats. They're in this prison, yes?
They are.
Wonderful news. I'd be interested to speak with you all privately and talk about what is to be done. Is that okay? Rillianath. Yes, my lord. That's his head. Come, avant-garde, I'll take you up.
Alright, well, I'll follow him.
You all begin to ascend the steps and finding your way out of the prison beneath the citadel. Do any of you ask any questions of the young Lord of Guanistan?
To a place so we can talk. So I don't think I'm gonna ask any while we're walking.
Okay.
Hope he doesn't try to kill us.
You are quickly and quietly led through the prison, out into the main central streets of the city of Guanistan. You eventually find sets of intricate platforms that you step onto, and suddenly find yourself rising up the central crag, this volcanic piece of mountain here. Soon you find yourself looking over the entirety of the city of Guanistan. It is a beautiful sight. As the storm lessens, the rain pitters away, and the sun begins to crest and show itself once more. You turn and make your way into the political structure here. Gaudy high elves line the walls here as you walk past diplomats and ambassadors and have many eyes upon you. as you walk with a member of the city's top brass. The citadel itself is beautiful. Every inch of the facility has been built to an extreme beauty. The decorations match perfectly and showcase the history and power of Guanistan. Murals depict much of this history. From the very foundations, as a gift from the storm giants themselves, to more recent history, with the fall of Eliana Karnaka and the founding of the kingdom. I heard all of you were at that party the king held. I was tempted to go to, merely to meet all of you. You were in our city for such a short time last time. Yet you helped so greatly. However, I'm glad I didn't go. I heard it turned into a torrid affair.
It was quite the show.
As I've heard. You all have been very busy of late. You all enter into a central chamber at the base of the tower that rises in the center of the city itself. Suddenly you feel that familiar sense of going upwards once more, as a similar contraption rises you 10, 50, 100, 200 feet above the city around you. You are opened into a grand space, and soon escorted into what appears to be a beautiful lounge. Books beset all sides, a roaring fire warmly lights the room, and dual balconies on either side showcase each side of the mountains. A gentle wind blows in as the rain subsides. The guards mostly step away. Two currently sit upon the doorway, awaiting for any word of their liege lord. But the Lord Karnaka is, honestly, staunchly not unknowing of, how powerful you are. But it seems he truly does not believe you as threats to him. As he seems to almost implicitly begin to trust all of you, even by taking you into this very secluded space. He goes over towards the fireplace, and you see he takes a silver platter into his hands, and takes a few morsels, and walks over to the rest of you and places the silver tray on a central coffee table, surrounded by many chairs and benches and couches. Please, sit. I'd like to just talk. Is it okay to ask your business here in Guanistan?
Oh, of course. Well, we originally came because of, the issues with Zarin, and then the attack happened, and we thought we could be of help, so we tried to help.
That is good to hear. I had heard of your exploits and your patronage to those who need help, and I am happy you found your way here to our Golden City. There is There's something that's bothering me. My older brother, he lost something precious to my family, to Zarin. That giant is more resourceful than he would put along prior to his armed conflict against our city. Do you know the artifact I'm talking about?
I believe so.
It was called like the Cape of Cabal, right?
Cabal's
Cabal's Ruin.
Cabal's Ruin.
I think I've heard of it.
It is a potent artifact that has been in my family for as long as Guanistan has stood. Its fall to Zarin and its use against us now is dangerous. I know that being Grand Heroes, magical artifacts are, well, probably coveted, as they rightly should be. I would ask if somehow, some way, it could eventually be returned to my family, to right the wrongs of my fallen brother, in the memory of my great aunt, the lady who wielded it for my brother. I am just curious if there's any way I could eventually be returned it.
Well, I think there's definitely ways we could go about that. Perhaps if you would be amenable, we could use it until we defeat Garish Tal and then return it to your city.
You are going to use it against Garish Tal.
Plan. Yes.
It'd be the second fight that the Cape has seen against that monster.
So, if we don't die, it'll be returned to you. And if we do die, things will be very, very bad for everyone.
As I've heard. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I
Perception
almost
check.
I literally said perception and then almost corrected it to perception again.
20. I know. Background feature. I never use it.
I accept that. You are the ones risking your lives to even get it in the first place. If you defeat Zarin, free my city of his unending siege, well, I don't want it back as a gift. I'd like to work for it in some capacity. I'm willing to commit my forces to the Grimolian cause to help in any way I can against their and your fight against Gereshtal, should Zarin be defeated.
Full.
And then when you all are victorious, I'd feel better taking my family's cloak back. I'd see it as a right payment. As well as additional payments. There is a bounty on Zaren's head, and, well, I'm sure that once he's defeated, you all will be the claimants to that.
Okay, we're gonna need. Okay.
I like striking deals in the middle of the day.
Best time to strike a deal.
It is. Well. What is your plan to deal with Zarin as of now?
Well, let's see.
We know where he is. We know how many are fighting him. We know what his bodyguard situation is like. So we don't have a plan yet. We have all the information we need to make a plan.
If we don't plan on invading, like, today, we could, if you still have a spell slot left for it, try to cast Sending to Yistrid and ask her if she can, like, try and get some intel for us as to, like, how many giants there don't, like, would be willing to fight with us against Zarin. If we, like, show up at the gates and are like, hey, join us and don't fight with Zarin, and then they'll be like, okay, and then they come over to our side, you know?
I mean, we could try that, but we run the risk of getting her caught.
Yeah. That's true. Yistrid's, like, she's pretty good at doing stuff, though. Right, Graham?
but
She's good at stuff?
She's also
Yeah.
probably working under constant supervision.
Well, she's their... Okay, so she's their blacksmith.
Because the last
So-
time I sent Sending to her, she was like, hey, this is not a good time to talk. I've been captured. I have
That's
to be
true.
extremely careful.
We could just ask her if she just already knows. Like, not necessarily to try and get information, but just, like,
No,
if she
I mean
knows.
casting the spell could get her caught, because she has to speak out loud to respond to me.
That's true. We could just tack on in the end, like, don't respond if, like, say something inconspicuous, for if you can't talk right now, you know? Because I imagine she's not under supervision, like, 24/7, you know? She's gotta have, like, bathroom breaks.
And how would I know when to talk to her?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if we cast it now, and then we say, like, at the end of it, like, say something or other that wouldn't
Just
sound
cough
suspicious.
if you can't talk right now.
Yeah, just cough if you can't talk right now, and then we can just try again later, you know?
It could be a good idea maybe to cast it like more towards night, where
Yeah,
probably
could do that. Because they'd probably be
Yeah.
winding down for the day.
So our plan right now is basically we want to wait to gather, wait a couple more hours
Because, like, we have to give them time to rally their forces, too. Like, I don't think the whole city is going to be ready to march in the next 20 minutes.
Probably not. Ooh. The sooner we strike, the better,
Yeah.
is the issue here.
But a lot of us have used up our resources, too.
So we probably
so-
want to take at least one long rest and then attack tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I guess our plan of attack as of right now, obviously, it's not finalized because we're indecisive as fuck.
We just need, like, a little more information, because I do want to see if there is even a possibility of getting some giants on our side. Because,
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna.
we can definitely get Yistrid over, I feel like. That's
So
at
plan
least
of-
one.
So our
And,
plan
like-
of attack is.
I know of, like,
Contact-
5 giants we could
Yeah.
probably get.
So we need to contact our informant to see if there can be a bit of a civil war situation, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Contact our informant to see if there is
Our
any chance of there being
Some
a
insurrection.
resistance force within Zaren's army.
Yeah.
And then next step,
Probably, like,
figuring out.
speak to the general, like, Guanasan's general or whoever, and see, like, if they have any ideas.
Yeah, we can probably get in touch with them in the morning and ask if they're, like, if it would be all right if we asked if they got any extra information during their interrogation.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because they're going to be doing interrogations, so they might get info we don't have.
yeah, so we can always check if that's all right. I don't know if that's all right. We should probably ask now, but basically our plan is to gather info until tomorrow morning and then just, I guess, try to sneak inside the castle and get Zaren while he's in there. I don't know if that's a good idea.
We'll send Mabehi in by herself and have her assassinate Zaren.
Yeah, and his poor
Senti,
bodyguards.
pass without a trace on her, so that the lowest she can roll on a stealth check is 35. And with advantage, she'll probably roll higher than that. And then we'll just send her in, have her kill Zaren with one strike, and then get out. That would totally work. We'll just send one little kobold in.
So our plan is to gather a little bit more intel and then strike as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because there's no point in us making a more detailed plan than that. It'll never work for us.
Yeah. I don't know if, like, sneaking in would be even an option for us, though. We're not sneaky people. We might just
No.
have to do, like, full frontal assault.
No plan survives first contact.
Yeah. But having, like, an idea going in, at least, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna get intel, and then we're gonna kind of be like, all right, well, this is the best case scenario that we could have,
Yeah.
and then go from there. This is the
All right.
best case. This is the worst case.
Look at us planning
Time
a
to
war.
go.
We could
We're
also
getting better
just,
at
like,
plans.
if we have time tonight, we could just start, if you have more spell slots, I don't know if you do, for sending, we could just
Oh,
contact some of our allies and be like, hey, do you want to help us do this? You know?
I didn't use a lot of my spells. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
do-
slots I can use on sending.
You do
theoretically
have
speaking.
some allies you can immediately call in.
Yeah, we could call Asif, we could call
I believe you have...
that one person, that lady, the shape-shifty lady, what's her face? I don't remember her name. She did our makeovers.
Oh, Madame Deleu?
Yeah, we could call her and be like, hey,
She's not gonna
Did she-
help.
did she owe us any favors? Is she in our
No.
debt? Okay, never mind.
She's not gonna
I don't know. That's
Parsley
I'm sure we
so
have
much.
other allies, but that's just the first
I
person that
think
came
you
to
have,
mind.
You have 2 dragons you potentially could summon.
Oh yeah, we have a dragon that can come help us.
I don't
But-
think we want to summon
like-
him in this fight.
Yeah, we might want to save him for Gerstall.
Well, you also have a silver dragon. This way.
Yeah, we got 2 dragons, so we could save. Like, which one is stronger?
The ancient gold one.
Yeah, we could save that for Garish Tall and then call up our Silver Dragon and be like, hey, bud, can you come help us
I feel like
non-lethally take down some giants?
I feel
You know,
like
your ancient enemy.
we don't use or dragons if we don't have to.
I mean, you've never used them thus far. Like, when are you gonna use
Yeah.
them? It's like playing
I
a
feel
video
like
game and never using like the special
Well,
ammo or
you
something.
can use both of them for Garish Tall.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because two dragons is better than
thinking.
one dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We can ask them, like, we'll go through our whole list,
Okay,
and then
the
at the
thing
end, if we don't have
is-
any RSVPs,
The thing
then
is,
we can ask the Silver Dragon.
one is, an ancient, like, CR23 gold dragon, and the other is just, like, a normal silver dragon.
Yeah, so, like, the Silver
Well,
Dragon
it's Garish
would
Tall
probably...
anyways.
It would be. It would be. But, if we can't find anyone else to help us, that could be someone that, like, will help us, We could just leave them at the end of our list to ask.
Okay. Okay. I mean,
So we should
listen.
write up a list of who we can ask. So first on the list, Asip, because she fucking loves to fight. She's automatically in. I'm saying that right now. Is there anyone else on the ship that's like actually strong? I don't think so. I think everyone else just has a fucking normal stat block.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are pretty normal people. I mean, you have, like, they're better than, like, commoners, but, like, they're...
Is Karn alive?
Karn's working with the Citadel, the Paladins.
We could call up the Paladins and call up
They're dealing
Karn.
with the drow.
That's true. We could call up Karn specifically and be like, hey, bud.
Is the Terra
what you
dealing
doing?
with the drow?
Well, right now, the kingdom itself is currently dealing with the fact that Borodor is being besieged actively. So you don't know what's going on, really. You have not caught up with your allies there. Like, they're busy with a war of their own. That's
true.
That's why this is such bad time. We should have dealt with this earlier.
Probably. Okay, so let's just... Okay, who else has allies? Who do we have? We gotta have more than just Asif, right?
I mean,
I
our
love her,
biggest
but
allies
she's
are kind
not...
of like the Terra and the Paladins.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you can mesh this amount, like the people in Zim.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with them.
Belric, Senti, you got anyone in your backstories that would want to help us fight some giants?
Everyone in my backstory would not want to help us fight some giants.
Probably not.
Unless we want to try calling up Isildur.
Oh,
Yeah,
do
let's
it,
call
do
it
it.
Isildur, and that'll totally be good.
He actually might help.
First person we call.
Yeah, because he wants the Cabal's ruin. God, that'd be really funny if we did that.
Yeah, let's kill two birds with one stone with him.
We'll send him in for Zarin just by himself and let him just die. But, like, he'll do a bit of damage to Zarin first, He'll be our cannon fodder.
You know what's funny? I think... This is what... I don't know. I think Isildur could beat Zarin.
Maybe we don't want him then. We need
But I
someone
also
who's
have
not
an
gonna...
inflated sense of how strong Isildur is.
Yeah, we were like, what, level 2 when that happened,
2.
At
Level
least level
1.
10.
When did you join the party?
Level 4.
Oh. Then yeah, you were level 4, so like in comparison, you probably seem super strong,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, for Seer just fully believes he's like the strongest. She
That
cannot
too.
imagine anyone stronger than him, like more powerful. She can't.
Oh yeah, Senti, we could ask your wife.
Oh yeah, we could ask your wife.
Could see if we can get some fae fuckery up in here. Alright, so on the list we have Asif, we have the fae.
Possibly.
All right. Anyone else?
Technically Isildur, but he doesn't count because Seer would never send anything to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he's a wild card.
We could just for funsies message Karn.
She
Just be like, hey bud, what's
she
up?
would sooner kill herself.
You still have Karn's
Call-
character sheet, right, Graham?
Yes. Calling
Yeah, we-
Isildur is like pulling a card out of the deck of many things.
Yeah.
We could totally contact Vera, the pacifist.
What mood is he in right now? Let's find out.
That would be
All right, so we have.
if you did that as play, like I would be totally like, that would be the one thing you could do to like, dumbstruck me basically. Like I'd be like, what?
Yeah, time to make the stupidest decision I've ever made.
Do you mean the silver dragon, Senti? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone but me said no to that.
I think so. Probably a good idea in case we can't get anyone else.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if no one else, if we can only get Asif, we might want to enlist our silver
I feel
dragon.
like that should be like last resort though.
Yeah. All right, so we got
Um,
Asif, we have the Fae, we have Karn.
Who else?
Who else do we know? We don't have that. We really just have so many enemies and not enough.
Well, the problem is most guys are like small business owners.
Yeah, that's like our main issue. Who do any of the people? Oh, God, no one
What about
else.
the Archangel
Who is
and her
who-
people?
We could ask for sure.
I got them
I
killed.
totally remember who that is.
I got them killed. It was the werewolves.
Oh, never mind. Probably don't like us then.
But she also gave me a potion of longevity. And we helped get her corpse to someone that's actually in Guanistan last, is because we were helping her Tabaxi guard get her to someone who knew the spell Revivify, and I kept casting Gentle Repose on her to keep her from,
Okay.
rotting.
We could ask. No harm in asking. So that's four.
Yeah.
4 people to call. Maybe Dragon Mix 5. I don't think we have anyone else we can ask unless Gamesh has
What
anyone.
about that vampire? All the way up in Wiedenwald. Or however you say that name.
We might be able to get Gamesh to get some like earth elementals for us. Cause he like
yeah, like we did
he's like their god or
mention him.
something, isn't he?
Yeah.
Couldn't he just like tell earth elementals to do it? We'll need to have him here to ask about that though.
Yeah, we definitely can't make a full list yet.
Yeah, we can start going down it though.
Yeah,
I know for sure we can get Asif.
so
That's
it's
one.
How many
Hey, Graham,
saving
real
spells
quick,
do I need
what
to
level was
spend?
Asif at? Last time I played Asif, she was level 11, but that was like a while ago.
So
She's been off doing shit since then.
yeah, but she's not been doing as much as you all.
Yeah,
Still, she's level 13.
amazing.
And she will most likely stay level 13 unless you occupy her again as a main character.
Okay.
NPCs usually, I try to make sure that they don't get too powerful.
That's fair enough.
Except for the ancient gold dragon that you have allied with. He is strong.
Okay, so do we want to cast Sending to Asif first? And just ask her where she is? And if she can meet us here?
Okay, so that's one spell slot to Asif. What does Asif say back to me?
What do you say to Asif?
Yeah.
Oh, just basically what Laura was saying is like, where are you right now? Would you be willing to meet us in Guanistan to fight some giants?
Okay, where is Asif, Graham?
Asif.
Where in the world is Asif?
Asif personally was out traveling and then heard about some commotion within the kingdom that sounded pretty bad, and right now is currently at home.
Oh, she's super close. Sola's not too far away. Okay, 130 miles.
Yeah, they can be there in probably like a day and a half.
What if she flew there? Just by herself.
By herself over the giant occupied mountains
Yeah.
that have flying giants around them, definitely would
Yeah.
be safe. 100% safety.
She could take like a detour, you know? Just like a little like that.
I don't think that would work.
I think that would actually
Probably
be
not.
longer.
Probably.
Not gonna lie. Ships move at
What if-
like an actually insane speed. It's like 120 miles per day.
That's probably faster
Yeah.
than she could fly at 50 feet per round.
For sure.
Yeah.
Easy.
You want to take a wide thing? Yeah, it's just to like one day basically, like barely.
Okay.
Because you want to take a wide. Yeah, you want to go wide around Bana, because Bana sucks and is full of undead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a day and a.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a day and some change.
130
Honestly,
miles.
that's probably going to be pretty standard for people that need to get here. Except maybe the Fae that could get here like instantly. Okay, so Asif will say, yeah, like totally. I could be there in like a day, I think.
Asif is a surfer dude now.
Yeah.
Seer, you hear the sound of Asif's brother loudly in the background. And then you hear the sound of all of Asif's family saying, I want to talk to them too.
No, guys, it doesn't work like that.
I don't hear this.
Like, it probably gets cut off while she's explaining to them how sending works.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I'll just parse it down to the essentials. Asif will be here in a day and a half. Also, sorry to the Lord guy that I'm just doing this in the middle of his meeting.
No, he's okay. He's chilling. You see he's like picked a lot of the grapes off of the vine and he's just like intrigued, like watching.
Just give us some phone calls.
Well,
Okay, so next we have the Fae.
God, this guy's seeing me like take requests for my party member and then cast a spell and then verbally say out loud what the person has responded with.
Iconic.
Okay,
All right.
spell slot down to try to contact the Fae. This may not work.
Yeah, it could not work, is the thing about
Say-
interplanar.
Excuse me, Senti wanted to know if you would be willing to aid us in battle. Thank you. Have a good day.
roll a D100, please.
Okay. $46.
Okay. You feel
God, I hope not.
Give me a moment to track down a specific character sheet.
Okay.
What is her name again?
I believe she was just called something something.
I think her name was called. It started with an L. It was
Liar. I think I have it written down somewhere.
not a troll lich. The Lathlin? The Lath?
Yeah, that's it.
I definitely passed it then. I don't know how. The Lath.
You helped your wife out in battle? I know it's not her wife, but you know.
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
Okay. That's an 18.
An 18, you say?
Yes. I hope I at least do not invoke her wrath.
Mm-hmm. You don't hear a reply. You feel like it connected, but there is no verbal confirmation or denouncement of not being able to. And then a few moments later, in your ear, Seer, you hear "Ka!" And you turn, and there's just a raven on your shoulder.
Okay. Cool. I think the Fae have deigned to join us. And I'll wave to the raven.
Dope.
You look at it, and its eyes are bright green, and it just kind of
That's
cocks its head towards you, and then pecks your forehead.
Okay. Ow. Cool. That's fair, I guess. Who next?
Next on the list, Karn.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message to Karn saying, hey, if you're not too busy, would you like to come help us fight some giants?
Oh god, last time you fought them, you fucking died. Whoops.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Please, forgot about that.
We brought him back to life and we'd do it again.
Exactly.
He'd be able to trust us. 19.
Hey, sorry. I'm busy. We're preparing to attack Borodor.
Whoa.
Unfortunate.
Terrifying.
Good luck.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Okay,
Khan is no longer an ally.
crazy idea. What if we called on the other party member? Like the other party? Do they even
Oh.
like us? I don't remember.
I don't think so. Why would they?
I don't know.
I feel like they're causing their own trouble down there.
I mean,
Probably.
listen, if you invite them to another continent, it's your fault.
That's true.
Yeah, we can't have them destroying this one.
All right. Next on the
Rod
list.
worked so hard to make it livable in.
Next on the list is the Archangel.
Fuck. I don't want to cast this spell.
We don't have to contact them. I could just take it off the list.
I can't even remember. What society was the Archangel a part of?
She was in Farsalus. Originally, though, she was captured mage from the Free Cities and taken to the Cult Cliffs, where she was forcefully transformed into a werewolf and then escaped.
Yeah. And she's cured now because she died. Yeah, I think I'll just leave her alone. I don't think I can bring myself to message her. That feels so rude.
Okay.
Is she
The
cured?
next.
I thought you said that she was cured because she died and then she got brought back to life.
Honestly, that
Which would have ended the
kind of
curse.
does make slight sense. Like,
I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't remember saying that.
I could be making shit up. I don't
The
know.
Archangel has not been talked about in a long time, so
Yeah. Like I said, I don't.
Okay,
Let's-
the next on the list is Earth Elementals, which we have to wait for Gavesh for. And then the
Yeah.
Silver Dragon.
Okay. So, you've spent some time to build a small group of allies to deal with this situation. To eventually capture the seat of power where Zarin is sieging down Guanistan from. The Lord of Guanistan, Moliriara, begins to speak. Well, it seems you have gathered a few allies. The city of Guanistan can support you, but I'd rather not lose a lot of my people if I can help it. Hopefully more of your allies come through, and Zarin can be quickly ousted. I have prepped rooms within the tower for all of you. Feel free to rest up and continue your plans. Hopefully we can get this over with quickly. Feel free to take some grapes on your way out. Some of my assistants will show you to your chambers. It's been a true pleasure meeting all of the avant-garde. I look forward to working with you.
As do we.
If you like hold Chad by his back and like lower him down, he will grab all of the grapes. Kind of like Mission Impossible style. Like he just like goes down, grabs the whole vine of the grapes, and is just like lifted, like airlifting a helicopter. You know, just airlifting the grapes out of there.
Oh, Chad. He is his own bug. We can't control him.
Double O Chad. Chad will ask if he can grow a vine, a grapevine on Senti.
Can Cindy support that kind of life?
I personally don't know. Sounds delicious though. They'd probably be poisonous, not gonna lie, actually. Thinking about it.
Be what?
They'd probably be poisonous.
I mean, alcohol is poison.
No, I
Maybe
mean
they
like
just-
it mostly due to the massive amounts of deadly fungus that can raise
Yeah.
undead on Senti.
Yeah, Cindy is kind of poisonous.
Yeah. It's mostly fungus. It's not normal plants. It's the
Yeah.
tougher plants. It's the lichens and the mosses and the
This is the kind of stuff that you would see kind of just like naturally growing in a poison garden.
Mm-hmm. If Senti was in what state did I think it's Colorado. If Senti was in Colorado, Senti would make so much money. If you don't know that, I think they legalized some like magic mushrooms or something.
Nice. They would.
Yeah. But you all find your way to your rooms. Well, your room, I should say. He would not want to split you all up. To settle down, finish up your alliance chain, and figure out what you're going to do. And as you all begin to settle down, there is a loud, singular clap of thunder. And you all look towards the east. Towards where Zarin is. As you see a giant blast of lightning fill the sky with light. And you can only assume that the surviving giant made their way back. With that, I'm going to end the session. So, at this point, the Lay and Asif are currently ready to join you all next session.
Woo!
Good session. Good session. Thank you all for playing.
Yes. Thank you for DMing.